Alien Queen slapped a human, so he crucified her in front of her entire empire. They laughed when he entered the throne room. He was a human, not a soldier, not a diplomat, not even a captive of value. Just a scrapper from Earth, dragged in chains before the Tarskai Empire's most powerful monarch, Queen Xirav'ta. She towered above him. Her skin shimmered with deep violet hues. Her eyes glowed like twin suns, and her voice made generals kneel. She had personally overseen the destruction of 3 human colonies. Her word was death. Her smile was a storm. And now, before her vast court, she stood and walked down the dais in silence. "You are the one they whispered about," she said. "The one who stole into our weapons vault and lived." He didn't reply. Her hand snapped across his face, a stinging blow that echoed in the vaulted hall. His head snapped to the side, blood spilling from his lip. "I should have you dismembered for sport," she said, voice soft. "But instead, I want to see if your spirit truly lives up to your reputation." He raised his eyes. No fear, just rage, quiet and smoldering. "My name," he said, "is Loran Vale, and you just made the worst mistake of your life." The court laughed again, but the queen narrowed her eyes. Something in his voice, that calm certainty, unsettled her. He was dragged away. She waved her hand, dismissing him from thought, but she should have listened. 2 weeks later, her empire began to burn. An explosion rocked the military command dome on Ority Prime. 7 top generals perished. No trace of the bomber. Then the palace AI malfunctioned for precisely 13 seconds. Just enough time for the Central Defense Grid to disable, and for a coded message to broadcast across all systems. She slapped a human. You will now watch him return the favor. Queen Xirav'ta snarled in rage as the words played in every capital across her empire. Guards were doubled. The bounty on Loran Vale increased tenfold. Still, he moved like smoke. Another week passed. A supply convoy vanished in the spires of RHA. An entire training facility was found empty. Every soldier unconscious, symbols scrawled across their armor. A cross. Not a Tarskai symbol. A human one. Ancient. Religious. A crucifix. She remembered the last time she saw that symbol. It was in the human's eye. By week 4, fear began to stir among the nobles. Whispers filled the palace halls. The human walks among us. He killed Commander Vesh with no weapon. He burned the breeding vault of Zarek. He cannot be caught. Queen Xirav'ta stood before her council and slammed her blade into the floor. "This ends now," she growled. "He is not a god. He bleeds." But when they traced the signal to an abandoned mine station on Jural, they found a chamber filled with crucifixes, all fashioned from alien metal. On each was a corpse, not human, but traitors, collaborators, and slavers. Above them, burned into the wall in searing plasma, "I will return her gesture." Publicly, she knew then this was no longer vengeance. It was war. Week 5. The queen sat alone in her private chamber. 10 guards stood outside. Her room was sealed by DNA code and soul scan. And yet, he stood behind her. She turned slowly. He held no weapon. "Hello again," he said. She rose from her seat, slowly drawing her dagger. "You defile my throne." "No," he said. "You defiled yourself when you struck me. When you killed my people, when you made humanity your joke. You dare lecture me?" He stepped closer. "You wanted to humiliate me before your empire. Now it's your turn." The guards burst in, weapons raised, and fell instantly. Gas hissed from the vents. Neurotoxin, non-lethal to humans but paralyzing to Tarskai. He had learned her biology, studied her systems, waited for the perfect moment. She collapsed to her knees, breath catching. "You won't kill me." "No!" He whispered, lifting her, "I'll do worse. I'll teach them what happens when gods bleed." The broadcast went out across every Tarskai system. It showed her, bound to a metal crucifix made from the bones of her empire, the spines of broken thrones, the melted iron of enslaved worlds. Her arms were stretched, legs locked, head bowed, still alive, still aware. Her court watched, her nobles wept, her enemies cheered. The message played beneath her image. I am Loran Vale. I do not come as a conqueror. I come as a mirror. Let every world see the truth. Your queen slapped a human, and you returned the favor tenfold. And then he stepped into the frame, not angry, not triumphant, calm. This is not punishment. This is reflection. Look at her. Look at what your empire has done. Ask yourselves what you worship. Then the screen went black. He left her alive, not out of mercy, but as a lesson. She was found days later by her own people. She never ruled again. Her name was never spoken in command halls. Instead, stories spread across the stars of the human who could not be broken, the one who turned humiliation into a symbol of resistance. They say the cross became more than revenge. It became a banner. And under it, humans rose.